and Aries. Scorpio and Aries. That's my mom and my mom and my dad. Um, Very passionate relationship. I would say it doesn't work. I would say it doesn't work because of Aries lack of focus, for lack of a better word. It's just like done and on to the next thing. While Scorpio they want that dedication, especially if they're looking for a relationship. If they're just looking just to fuck, that's different. But they're looking for something serious. The Aries might, at any time be kind of flighty and just be on to the next thing. Taurus, this is its polarity. So there's a lot that could come from it. Scorpio and Taurus. I think the Scorpio might appreciate the Taurus's stability, just wanting to just be kind of more consistent and, and loving and very sensual and very sensitive on a kinetic level. Definitely elements of it could work. Both would be stubborn as a motherfucker though, as far as their perceptions and their opinions. So, like any relationship, it ain't gonna be the best. I mean, there's good and bad, but for the most part, it could work. Definitely work. Scorpio and Gemini. It might be annoying for the Scorpio. Just somebody that's just always just on the go and just all over the place and just spontaneous ideas. Not that Scorpio can't keep up, because the Scorpio definitely can, but it's just like, for what? Why are you doing this thing if it's not really serving like some as some purpose? Because Scorpios are very much to the point. They're very strategic. They're not trying to waste no time. So, Geminis and their need to just, explore things sometimes for the sake of it and just for the, spontaneity of it might be a little annoying to a Scorpio. Scorpios and Cancers, they're both water signs. So again, they both share that hypersensitivity where, it'll be a very intuitive relationship, whether it be through, feeling what the other's feeling, being very empathetic with the person, like, oh, you come in, you had a bad day, that Cancer or that Scorpio would be able to feel that their partner, went through whatever they did, and, they could definitely help nurture each other. Could be a little combative, but overall, I think it could work, Both sides could be moody, but, no relationship's perfect. Scorpio and Leo.
Oh, just so you know, Scorpio and Cancer, mom and dad.
Right. Yeah, that's right. If we're gonna go back on that a little, a pitfall of it could be, Scorpios like to control, but they don't like to be controlled. So, if the Cancer's love is too overbearing because he just wants to give or just create a certain structure that the Scorpio doesn't agree with, because Scorpio's a natural rebel, that could be certain issues. And both, water deals with manipulation too, to a certain degree. Just wanting to control on an emotional level. So there might be some power struggles, but overall, traditionally speaking, Cancer and Scorpio work well together. Both water signs. Scorpio and Leo. Traditionally, Leos are known for their loyalty. And if that's the case, I think Scorpio and Leo could work very well. Both fixed signs. They both have a very strong passion and a very prideful signs, both of them. They take pride in what they do. They take pride in their thoughts and their opinions, and they really don't, because they're fixed signs, they don't really budge too much on it unless, life kind of or like some circumstance that really proves their point does, and still might hurt a bit. But I think the two work well together. Scorpios and Virgos. I think both signs. I think it could work well. I think what both signs share in common is attention to detail. Virgo is more in the tactile sense of just like, feeling the texture of this couch, or looking at the pattern on your shoes or whatever. They're attention oriented in that way. I think where it plays well is that when a Scorpio is dedicated to their partner, whatever little nuances, unless it's to the extreme, whatever little nuances that the Virgo might need as far as a relationship, whether it be like, I like my sandwiches with the crust cut off, like a Scorpio will do that for the Virgo, and vice versa. So I think that could be a good relationship. Scorpios and Libras. Traditionally they say that it doesn't work. I could kind of see why. I think with Libras being an air sign, they like to flow in a certain way that could be a little too overbearing for coming from the Scorpio. So if the Scorpio is trying to hold the Libra down, after a while there's gonna be some, it's gonna be some friction, because you can only do that for so long. Yeah. Trying to think what else I should say about that. I'll just say no for the most part. Scorpio and Scorpio, I think it could work very well. Same amount of sensitivity, same passion, same intensity when it comes to things. Thumbs up. As said in the last video, Scorpio and Sag, I don't really see that. Scorpio and Capricorn, I think that is an excellent couple. I think they have the same drive and determination. I think just the execution of it is a little different. With Scorpio is just all in and just like, yo, whatever the situation is, we just gonna do it. And whatever happens, and I just have to be present and just have to have my emotions be the thing that navigates me. Capricorn has that same drive, but is more about being practical and taking your time and almost being more big picture and just going like, well, I know if I have to get of point A's right here and point Z's up here, then let me take these small, I don't want to say safe, secure steps. That's the word. Taking secure steps and steps that have a strong foundation that you can trust and build on. I think it's a slower pace, but you still get to the same, get to the same destination. So I think as long as the Scorpio and the Capricorn have a mutual respect about the different approaches to how they both obtain the same goal, I think it could work beautifully. Scorpio and Aquarius. I think both good and bad. I think both very rebellious signs. Both are signs that are like, I think Scorpio is more the contrarian, like my intuition tells me something that is in contrast to what is in my environment, so I'm just gonna go with my intuition. If my intuition says it's a no, then no matter how many people say it's a yes, I'm gonna do it until I find the answer. Aquarius rebellious nature is more of a breaking away from tradition and not being so stuck on the monotony that comes with tradition, of doing things just for tradition's sake. I think they know how to take away the necessary elements of a certain tradition that are still relevant and conducive to progression of us as humanity, but not letting that stifle you, and just trying to think of adding new elements to that can push people forward and push thinking in general forward. Both are about forward movement and thinking, so I think those, in that regard, things could go very well. If certain Aquariuses could be too big pictured and not see the small details of something. Sometimes very like lofty ways of thinking that might bother the Aquarius, but if you could, that might bother the Scorpio, but if the Scorpio could get over that, I think it could work well. Scorpio and I did Aquarius, so Scorpio and Pisces. As just like Cancer, I think they have the same. They have a certain emotional sensitivity because they're both water signs that could work very well. They could be very emotionally in tune with one another. Very psychic, and the pros and cons of that, it could, if there's lying involved, like you might be able to feel that the other person is full of shit. But on the flip, I think as long as they're on the same page, spiritually, emotionally, mentally, I think that they could help replenish each other and be each other's like kind of their rock. I think where things might be not necessarily bad, but I think for the most part, Scorpios are known for being very domineering. So a Pisces might just go with the flow with whatever the Scorpio is saying, and if the Pisces is cool with that, then so be it. But something to be noted about with Pisces is that they have their way of getting their way. It's just not as aggressive. They know how to get what they want without being, in your face and domineering about it. But they could be just as manipulative. But overall, I think make a good team.